Today's Luxe Chit is inspired by my video yesterday where I talk about finding joy in luxury, and I saw some comments mainly about sentimental items, how we bought things in the past because they meant something for us, and then towards now, as in today, it seems like fashion, or at least luxury fashion, feels like fast fashion. You seem to go and buy just because you can, and then you just use and sell and all of that. So I was, reading a comment from my good friend here, Joe, and I was like, I do wonder whether if we have sentimental pieces in our collection, luxury sentimental pieces, is it truly worth keeping if they no longer speak to us? So that's why my title of today's Luxe Chit is Sentimental Luxury, Keep or Sell, because those are really, really difficult for sentimental people. People who are, like my friend here, Joe, who is very, very logical, she's unsentimental. I think it's not about being unsentimental. It's just that you're practical, right? Practical people, they don't hold too much value about that memory. For me, I am more sentimental, but of course, over the years, I have become more practical, which is why I could shed away a collector mindset over time. And it didn't happen overnight for sure, but it happened over time where I started to let go of pieces that have meaning to me. But it wasn't easy. It felt like I was shedding a part of me, like just letting it go. I guess it's so embedded in my DNA to maybe some extent, or maybe like astrology, because I always say I'm a Pisces, and a dog as well. Like, because I think also in Chinese zodiac, dogs are also this kind of more, they remember the past, and it's all about loyalty and things like that. Anyway, it's like I am meant to be a little bit more soft, like a softie. So things that have a lot of memory, I find it hard to let go. I want to have this chit chat. Like, what do you do when you have luxury items in your collection that no longer speak to you, but they hold a really sentimental value? It could be a gift from a partner, a best friend. You bought for your milestone, your 20th birthday, 30th birthday, 40th, 50th, 60th. You got it for your wedding anniversary, your 25th wedding anniversary. You have an attachment of a sentimental value to that item. And maybe we'll, take away all those items that you still have in your rotation. So meaning you still use. So only speaking about things that maybe you just don't use as much, or maybe have grown out. So let's say like a milestone piece that you bought for yourself when you're 20. Maybe you got your first job. 20, 30 years later, the style may not be for you anymore, but that item is there. So for me, I don't have my item with me right now, but it is my Speedy 25. I got my first luxury handbag from LV. That memory will never die. I walked into the store, Star Hill, went in, just had a credit card on me after I got my first job, not the first paycheck, like a few paychecks later, walking around, and she tried to show me a few other bags. But in the end, I just said, look, I only want the Speedy because it's the bag that I've been, I guess, eyeing and admiring over the years. It was scary to pay that kind of price. But today, I guess if the bag is still in good condition, I'll still be using it. But yeah, it's nasty because, the first bag, you never know how to take care of it, right? Because the fakeda is just absolutely like, ooh. I have that bag. I don't use it. Honestly, it's just a museum piece. But that really makes me think, like, I'm keeping it out of memory. I'm keeping it out of sentimental value. But I wonder if the value is enough for me to say I'm going to store it, because over our lifetime you can have a lot of sentimental pieces. Like friend give you for birthday, every year you've got a birthday, and then you've got Christmas, and you could buy it for yourself. My first bonus, my first paycheck, my second paycheck, my first promotion, my second promotion, the promotion I wanted. If you have family, my first child, my first son, my first daughter, my daughter's first daughter. Oh my gosh, anything under the sky. But then there will come a time where there are some sentimental pieces that you bought during that moment that maybe suited you for a while, and you've used it, you used enough of it, maybe not even used enough of it. But then when you revisit it, it doesn't speak to you anymore. As in the item, not the memory, but the item just, it doesn't bring you the joy that the item doesn't bring you the joy. Oh, you know what? Let me just grab it. I have a few items, but let's do a tough one, because to me this is a tough one. So let's talk about this. This is my Chanel cosmetic case. Now, if some of you have been following me for a while and you've watched the vlogs as well as kind of like my story time about this, you may recognize this item. If you don't, it's okay. Let me just briefly go through it. This cosmetic case is from Chanel, and I only recently started to use it, probably 2025, because it was sitting in its box for the longest time and I could not force it out for me to use. Now, why? This item I didn't use for a few reasons. Firstly, it's kind of odd shape, I got it because, it's one of those cosmetic cases that everybody had and it just seems so good. I know Minx for All had one, and it's got those wipeable interior, etc, etc, but it doesn't really fit that much. Like, it's a little too small. It fits, but it's not enough. Like, I could use a little bit more space, which is why it's a little out of shape, because I'm forcing it in. Anyway, I am using it. Now, do I love it? I love the item. I'm like, yeah, it could be better. So this item is hard to get, so I could sell it for maybe a little bit if I didn't squish it out so much. But maybe I still could sell it. I'm sure that some people out there would like this. But should I sell it? Like, it's a sentimental item. Let me tell you what's the sentimental value behind this. I bought this item with my best friend when we were in Bangkok. And it was great because, we've been planning it. We had a lot of fun. I even vlogged it. My best friend came on my vlog. And we bought this. She went in with me and she was like, babe, you're crazy, you're buying this. I'm like, oh my God. And obviously that time was new to YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, this is so hard to get, blah, blah, blah. And we were so excited. We got it in Thailand. And obviously I think after the conversion, it's a bit more expensive. Anyway, I did a vlog unboxing. We were on the bed and I was showing it and she was at the back there, like, totally cool. But I felt so awkward because it was my first time filming a video unboxing and she's just observing because she's like, what is this? She was much older than me. But it also holds a little bit of a sad memory because when I look at this item, I am reminded of this Bangkok trip that was truly our last trip together. And she also told me during that trip that she found a lump on her breast and she was going to get it checked, but she didn't want to worry me and she would get it checked after the trip. And obviously after the trip, she got it checked and then, all of that happened. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. She battled it for a few years, couple of years before she actually passed on. So I don't actually have a lot of luxury items in my collection that has a memory with her because she's not into luxury. She's like the total opposite. She's like, you crazy spending this money. Like, if she was still alive today, she would beat the crap out of me for buying a Birkin. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I have that as a memory for this item. But if I want to be absolutely practical and logical, the item is not really suitable for my life. I don't really use it. I dump it. I'm forcing myself to use it. I have to say that. I'm forcing myself to use it. I'm putting small things inside, like little brushes, and I'm putting my LV lipstick, and yeah, I carry it, but if I want to bring it out for a night, it's just not the right size. Like, I feel like the LV version is a little better. So let's do a tough one. Like, this is a tough one. This is my only luxury item for our last trip before she passed on, and there is definitely a really weighty sentimental value to it. But in terms of the item itself, it's not perfect for me. Now, will it kill me to keep it? Obviously not. But if I want to be practical and I want to clean up my collection, I want to be, wise with my money. I want to say, if it doesn't serve me anymore, let it go. The memory lives on. What would you do? Yeah, I want to hear from you. What would you do if you were me, where you have items like this? So items that have heavy sentimental value, light sentimental value. Is that even heavy? Like, people die all the time, right? So, you could be really practical and say that to me as well, right? People live on in your mind. So be grateful that you have a life with her and just be with your own merry own way. That is something that, it's a really kind thing to say, not the nice thing to say, but it's really kind because sometimes we get really stuck in our head on being very sentimental that you cannot move on. But this is an interesting topic because when you have sentimental items in your collection, whatever milestone, whatever scenario, whatever story it is behind, do you keep or sell? Love to read your comment section down below. Whatever you say, I will not be offended. I won't feel anything, especially for this. Like, just tell me, what would you do? What would you do? And maybe you have a story to share on your side as well. If you're a sentimental person or you're a practical person, what about you? What do you do with sentimental? How do you weigh it out? Like, what goes, what doesn't go, and what might stay because something. So I'm just curious because, you know, as we declutter things, definitely I made some mistakes. So maybe having a better process, you know, when it comes to sentimental items would be more helpful. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's Luxe Chit Chat, I do hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. Keep me going because it is, wow, it's 1 a.m. and I'm going to edit and I'm going to put it up because I am committed to my 1 video a day at least for this month. But anyway, yes, please do subscribe, give the video a like, and it'll let me know that I'm not going nuts doing all these videos every day. And yeah, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video as well. Bye. Oh my goodness, my eye bags have eye bags. I refuse to give up.